Mucho frío. Mucho frío.
חגי, יותם מחכים אפשר? כן? יותם? אז נתחיל. בוקר טוב, מסיבת עיתונאים לקראת המשחק נגד נתניה, מחר בנתניה. נמצאים כאן המאמן וג'ורג'י יובנוביץ'. נתחיל עם ג'ורג'י, נשחרר אותו ואז נעבור לשאלות למאמן.
בבקשה. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Tell us a little bit about your feelings, your thoughts, after the last game, another game that Maccabi didn't win. The last, if I can say, 5 games, three draws. How is it for you as a personal and also for the club, for the team?
Okay, it's hard when you don't win. We are playing in big club. We want to win every game, but sometimes it happens because we also have good opponents. We cannot score 5-6 goals to everybody, and I think it's normal some periods during the season when we don't win. But we are watching first next game to raise up and to try to win.
You waited like 7 days from the last game against Sakhnin. You are waiting as a player for the game for tomorrow, or how can I say, maybe you are a little bit afraid that it will be another game that you will not win?
No, we are not afraid for sure. I am sure that everybody in this team want to play as soon as possible to try to fix results. I think we didn't play bad, but we had chances, but we didn't score goals, and it cost us 2 points in the end.
Do you agree that maybe the problem for Maccabi is that when it's connecting, you're winning 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, but you don't win the tough game by one goal? It's almost never happened this season except I think 2 games.
I'm not sure it's a problem because it happened against, if I can remember here, Hapoel Haifa, Kiryat
Haifa
Shmona.
and Sakhnin. Yes.
It happened, but of course it's easier when we score in the first half and we open the game as good as possible, and after it is going good. But sometimes it's important to win 1-0, 1-0, 2-0, even if we don't play good to win. And we try to improve in that way.
When you go home after a game like Sakhnin, when you had 26 shot on goal and only 1 got in, what kind of emotion do you go home with?
It's frustrating. It's difficult because we could score 5. We scored just 1, and it's frustrating.
When you see that also your opponent is losing points in the last weeks, Paul Beersheva yesterday, Maccabi Haifa last week, it gives you optimism that you can still take the championship this season?
Everybody in this team believes that we can take championship, but we look just at ourselves, and we watch first next game, as I said before, and it will be until the end of season. We will look ourselves and try to win every game, and if we win every game, we will take the championship.
On the personal level, this is you are 1 year full in Israel. Can you tell us after 1 year your emotion? How do you feel living in this country? I'm happy here.
I said many times that I'm here happy. I'm playing for the big club, biggest club in Israel, and I'm happy here.
In Israel, the media a lot of times says that there is no possible to bring good player in January. But there are some examples like you that when you bring a good player and you buy a good player in January, it can have change. It can adapt to the team. How do you see Raresh Ilya, who came also like you in this transfer window?
I think he's a good player. He come from Nice. He need to be a good player, and he will help us for sure. That is what can I say for this question?
And there is only possible that 5 foreigners will play, in the Israeli league, even that 6 are in the team. There is a big struggling now who will be the 5 that the coach will put.
Well, it's up to us. We need to fight every day in training to fight for our place. Nobody have guaranteed place, and it's coach decision who will play.
How is it's a question that maybe we should ask in the beginning of the season, but how is the cooperation? How do you feel with the cooperation with Iran in the attack of the team?
I feel good. If I don't have mistake, we scored together 24, 25 goals from the beginning of season. I think is the most. It's the most. If you compare with the other teams, I think it's the most. So I think it's good. It's not possible every game to score 3, 4, 5 goals, but I think it's good.
And another question that maybe this is not the time, because the time is to speak about Maccabi, but your goals, your ambition after 1 year here in Israel is to continue to better club, to better league in West Europe maybe in the future?
It's a goal to play for the best club is possible what you can do. So because of that I give my 100% every day on every training and every game, and of course I want to score as many goals as I can to help the team, to help myself, and that's it.
We haven't spoke with you this season, so maybe this is the timing to ask you, how did you felt when you were not called up for the national team for the World Cup?
How I felt, I was on the big list, but I didn't enter on the final list to World Cup. I felt proud and a little bit disappointed at one time. But Serbia have very good strikers, so it's coach decision. He called 3 strikers, and I didn't call up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Coach.
Morning.
It was a strange week, I think, for us. After the game with Sakhnin ended, with the conversation that you had with the players, we are not used to have these things, out in the media. Can you tell us what you felt after that game that led to that conversation, and how do you saw the last week in trainings from the guys?
Look, the conversation that I have with the players always in the changing room is for us. So I don't care. I've been player and coach for almost 35 years, and this kind of thing happens. But again, the main thing is that the group is fantastic. They understand, and we are knowing each other, and it's nice when you have a group like this, that they want to improve. I want to improve. They want to need again to know each other as soon as possible. But again, the main thing is that everybody wants to improve. And another good thing is that we know that what we are doing bad to correct it as soon as possible.
Of course, this is not the problem that started with you. It started before with the earlier coach, but this season, Maccabi Tel Aviv away games, only 4 wins. If we look at the table, at away teams, you are number 4 in the league. This is something that it's not used to be in Maccabi. How do you analyze this problem?
I think in the global football, I think it's to play at home is a little bit easier because you are playing with your crowd. You feel more confident. But when you are in a club like this, you have to win every single game, and you have to approach the game not thinking, knowing that you have to win the game, knowing that we are going to play against a really good team, a team which. You can recognize them really well with and without the ball, and again to think that we are going there to try to win the game, because for us, and when you are working in a club like this, you can't go thinking that okay, this good point is good away, because here you need and you have to win every single game. So in that way, this is another thing that we have to improve. And I said always that the way that we approach the games always should be 100%, and then to not make mistakes, and then to try to have chances to win the games.
Hi. You spoke with the players after the last game about lack of energy about ambition, about attitude. If I can say, for my opinion, we didn't see that this was the problem. We saw other problems in this game against Sakhnin, but maybe you want to see Maccabi like they play against Maccabi Haifa. Maybe this is the problem, that you think that maybe Maccabi should play every game like against Maccabi Haifa. This is maybe the reason that you go and speak with them after the last game.
What I told them, again, I'm not gonna tell you. Always I like to approach the games like we approached against Maccabi Haifa, because football is played when you have the ball, but it's also played when you don't have the ball. And when we didn't have the ball against Maccabi Haifa, we didn't allow them to play and to pass 2 or 3 times in between them. And in other games, we allowed the opponents to play those 2 or 3 passes, which created us transitions, and when we had the problems. But again, what we are thinking about is to improve, because we are and there was a question after the game, I remember now, when someone asked me about that we hadn't controlled the game. And if you analyze the game, we had 70% of the possession. How many shots on target? 20, I don't know how many, 6, 7 clear chances. And the only thing that we missed that day was to score 1 goal. We had in 96 and in 98. So if we had scored 1 goal, we would have won that game. So again, it's like, since I read here, is that to try to, again, to play the games with the same intensity that we played against Haifa, or even against Asdod. That I think, for example, Asdod, and I said after the game that we had won the game, but we had to improve a lot. So for me, it's not about winning or losing. Always I want to win, but if you remember, when I left the conference room after Maccabi Haifa, I said that we hadn't done anything. So we had to keep improving. And again, football is played with the ball, but it's also important when you have the ball to have that intensity and to not make mistakes.
Do you think you can find the answer to the fact that Oscar Gloch left the team? Because he was very, very amazing player if we speak about Maccabi Haifa, and you lose very good player for Maccabi Tel Aviv.
But he's not here. So as a coach, I have to think about the players who I have here. And without Oscar last game, we created the 6 clear chances. And can I demand something to Jolle or to Eran because they didn't score 1 or 2, 3 goals? No, because they fight every single game like animals on the pitch. They are always, or most of the times, scoring goals. So again, I will be concerned, or I will be concerned when we don't create those chances. But with players like Eran, like Jolle, like Parfait, like Gabi, like Abi, like Dor, Golasa, like the players who I have in the squad, I'm not concerned at all, because I told you they are a really nice group, a group that every single day wants to improve and wants to learn, and is the first and the most important step.
We saw yesterday Hapoel Be'er Sheva. They play against Hapoel Jerusalem. They struggled to score 1 goal and they didn't do it. Against, Sakhnin, clubs that comes, with 10 or 9 players, for defense. Tomorrow it will be another game. I'm sure that maybe one of the hardest away games that you can find, in Maccabi Netanya stadium especially. How do you prepare yourself and the team for this team? And if you prefer to play against teams like they give to play, and not the teams like Sakhnin or Hapoel Jerusalem yesterday, when I give this example.
Look, the first thing is that I not agree about the game against Be'er Sheva, because Be'er Sheva yesterday, I think they didn't create 1 chance. 1, and we created 6 or 7, so it's different. And in the other hand, I arrived here on Thursday, I think. My second game was Haifa. My third game was Hapoel, the derby. So the first one was a Clásico. The second one was a derby. Tomorrow is Netanya. The following one is Beersheba. So they are the schedule, and we have to work and to prepare for every single game in the way that we have to approach those games. And we know, and especially I know, and the players know, that this is going to be a completely different game. Beersheba, I said before, they are a team which they are really, I don't know the straight word in English, but it's a team that you can recognize them when they have the ball, because they have their movements, they have their style, but also they are a team that you can recognize them when they don't have the ball. So we need to be our 100% when we have the ball, but also having the ball, we have to be careful, because in the transitions they are really good. So again, I think they are a really complete team. But we are playing away. We have to approach the game knowing that we have to win that game.
You had Raresh Ilie for the past week training with you. What do you think about his ability on the training ground? And as Yaniv asked before, Jovanovic, the rules in Israel allow only 5 foreigners on the pitch. Kandil is suspended for tomorrow, so I guess Geraldes can only play on the right. So you have 5 players fighting for position. How can you approach that situation?
No, I can play with other players as a right back. I can play with the 3 defenders and wing backs. So I have a lot of solutions. And if I decide to play with 5 at the back, it's a shape that the players know. So it's not a problem that it's a problem. I would like to have him in the squad, but he's not allowed to be. But it's not a problem to create the shape. And about the Rares, I think we said since the beginning, he's someone who can bring us something different, because he's powerful, he's quick, so he passes the opponents. But again, we have to be careful, and we have to go with step by step with him, because he's going to be here for 4 months, 5 months. So I don't want to be in a hurry to try to take his best, and then for him to lose his confidence. We need to do the right steps.
I want to ask again, we asked you in the past about the attack corners and attack free kicks. It's not a problem in your time, only problem in your time. I remember I asked also Jordi Cruyff when he was a coach here 6 years ago the same question, but it seems that Maccabi Tel Aviv always has the problem with the corners and the free kicks in the attack, to do something with to win, with even 1 goal of a free kick or corner. Do you see this problem also? Do you find solution for that?
I don't think it's a problem, but it's true that we need to find solutions, and with the players who we have, we need to have those solutions, or to play direct corners, or if we don't have the players to deliver as good as we want, we need to play short corners and to try to move the opponents. But one thing for sure is that we analyze how the opponents defend the set pieces, and we try and we plan on the pitch and on the board a lot of different solutions. So again, we are trying to improve, because it's important to score goals in set pieces, but it's something that we can't go crazy. So we need to improve, it's true, but we need to do better other things first. But again, it's something that I know, and I'm the first one that we know we need to improve, and for that reason we are working every week studying the opponents, how they defend the set pieces, and to try to create the best one for us with the players that we have. Thank you.